allowed the people. We're not accepting any more people. And we've got 10 more people to see, and then that's it. So up to a grand total of 74 people have been through those doors trying out to be a chicken.
I could definitely last the 7 days. I just hate it the whole time I was in there. I totally hate it. I think it was horrible. It would only be interesting in retrospect. Actually, it would be interesting while I was in there.
Actually, I wrote a little poem. Can I read that? Or okay. A simple chick is what I am.
I want to see if I can turn into an animal.
What about the other person in the cage?
I wouldn't really do this, but if it was a female, like normal animals would like try and mate the female, but I wouldn't do that.
All around me, I see my fellow chickens. We're caught in a cage, like Jews waiting for execution in the concentration camps.
I'm not thinking chicken here. I'm thinking POWs. I'm thinking deprivation, sensory deprivation.
Am I just a piece of meat? Treat me as such. Ogle me for my breast, my thighs. I have no brain, no feelings.
There's only one reason why I want to do it, and that's for the money.
Like, I have nothing to do, and being in a cage is sort of just like being in the apartment.
I don't know. People don't take enough risks anymore. And I don't know, I'm not saying this is a risk, but for a lot of people, this is like too much, and I just need to do that. I need to go out and see if to prove myself to myself, you know. It's something, I don't know. It's a big thing, no doubt.
I don't know. I work at a restaurant, so I'm sort of responsible for the death of a lot of chickens.
Philosophically, I don't like the animal rightsist approach. I prefer a social ecologist or an ecofeminist approach to dealing with oppression of non-humans in the non-human environment.
My father's been in jail for 9 years, and it's more or less the same principle for me from what I've heard, solitary, and I don't know, I guess it's on my part trying to understand more how he lives.
I don't know. My life's pretty negligible. Nothing much has happened in my life.
I need someone to lift it. I guess I just thought, if I'm going to do this, I should be really prepared for it.
And what is your interest in being in the cage?
Mostly I wanted to test my ability to empathize with the chickens. I think it went really well. I got the feeling that everyone was looking at me, trying to figure out if I was crazy or not. Felt like I was really under interrogation, but I think it went well. I don't know. I hope I get it. I'm really excited about it.
When they go into the real cage later this month, they'll only be allowed to take in the clothes that they're wearing at the time. There'll be a hose for water, 3 tasteless meals of vegetable mush a day, and for bathroom facilities, there'll be a porta potty, also in the cage.
The idea has ruffled the feathers of Canada's egg producers who say chickens are not poorly treated.
The point kind of escapes me. People aren't chickens, and keeping people in cages seems like a very unusual way to spend $5,000.
More than 80 people auditioned for the role of, well, chicken.
It was basically drawing a straw, from a hat, because there were so many people, and there aren't really any criteria for sitting in a cage, so.
But Pam Meldrum and Eric Wolf got the spot. They met today for the first time.
I've always wanted to challenge myself, both physically and emotionally, but never really had the opportunity.
To keep life interesting. Definitely to keep life interesting.
What do they know about the lives of chickens?
The most experience I've had with chickens is, unfortunately to say, on the plate.
So, have you guys thought about this? How are you going to sleep? Like head to toe to head, and remember the latrine is right there.
Yeah, that's what got me when I walked in and actually saw the frame.
Toss the imaginary coin, see whose head is over there.
Like, have you thought about this at all? Is that something that concerns you guys? Or?
I just sort of figure we'd sleep head to toe. That'll give us the most space.
So you might take turns to hit by this.
Yeah, we'll probably
I don't think you'd really have to. For example, if someone's got their legs here and their head there, and the other person's got their legs there and their head here facing that way.
It's probably far enough away.
And also there's going to be walls here, and I usually, if I'm in an uncomfortable situation, a lot of the times I'll just, say I'll do it. We got no floor, but I'll try it anyway. I can find myself very comfortably sleeping like this, or even just curled up into the corner, because we're going to have a corner, and we're going to have, like, a wall, so... I have stuff like this. If I'm really, really tired or something, I just don't care anymore. If she's awake, I can stretch out all the way.
I'm going to be able to stretch right now.
Yeah.
Well, you should both be able to stretch out.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie down, but yeah.
I mean, they're going to be smelling each other's BO. They're going to be in there wanting to claw each other's eyeballs out. They're not going to be, it's not romantic time. I mean, being penned up in a little cage like that with someone sleeping on, you know, wire, literally, you know, and going to a little porta potty out back. I mean, it's not romantic. It's not a beach or something that's...
Oh, you mean comfort like this?
Well, we close it,
Oh,
fill a little bit of water in there, depending on which number you plan on doing. Pump a little bit of water in, and then it all goes.
And I've been religiously watching a friend of mine's house, Planet of the Apes, for the last couple nights, as sort of inspiration for this cage event, paying specific attention to the time when Charlton Heston is caged up, and he shakes the cage and says it's a madhouse, and that one line where he says, "Get your damn dirty paws off me, you stinking ape," or something like that. And that's sort of been helping me along, saying, you know, well, it could be worse. It could be that I really was being, you know, everyone was convinced I was a chicken, but this is my choice. This is a good thing.
The normal life of a hen is a very sad one. She is put in a battery cage with 3 other hens normally in a cage the size about 14 by 16 inches. The cages are made of wire, of course, and there's no opportunity for those hens either to perch, which is very important for them in normal circumstances, or to nest build, which is also a natural behavior for a hen. She has no opportunity to do that. To dust bathe, which is another important behavior for hens. And that all ends up not only being frustrating for the hen throughout her life, but also has a direct impact on her bone structure, because she has no opportunity for exercise. Her bones become very brittle, and at the end of the laying cycle, when she's being shipped off to slaughter and is of virtually no value to anyone, she's yanked out of the cage, and on the way her legs will probably be broken, and if they aren't broken then they might very well be broken on the transport truck on the way to the slaughter plant.
Yesterday, the phone was ringing off the hook.
Wow.
And it'd been okay, like, for the last week. Right after the audition, it was crazy, and then it slowed down, quieted down, and then I think it's going to start picking up again.
If you want to sign the actual contract, click there. And again, really important, no one can give you any food, no one can give you any drugs, coffee. They can't bring in portable television, they can't play music or anything, okay? Because there's going to be someone watching you all the time. So a nurse will visit you every day at 11, and she apparently wants to look at your urine every day and stuff. She's the nurse.
Now, I also heard that we're going to be fed from a trough.
Yeah.
No utensils.
I'm debating that, giving you a little plastic spoon. I'm not sure. It's hard to, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it's an approximation. But.
Yeah.
How is it?
Yeah, it's going to hold them. It's good.
Got a little bit of bounce. It's almost comfy.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be great sleeping on here. Maybe a little shag carpeting. No. I actually think that the mesh is what's going to drive me crazy visually. It's like, you know, starts to work on the eyes after a while. Oh no, I'm quite proud of this cage. That's better?
It's like creamier.
So you still feeling confident?
That I can do it?
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of there's a theory of relativity happening. There's a scientific thing happening. where I feel the closer that I get to the time I have to go in, the longer the days are going to seem. Like 3 weeks ago, it seemed like 7 days, nothing. And now the closer I get to the day, like 2 days ago, it seemed like a long time, and now it seems like an excruciating amount of time that I think where I'm going to be and what I'm going to be doing. And yeah, I guess it's half excitement, half nervous, half mentally kicking my own butt, saying, "What the hell are you doing? You know, why?" You know, it's really strange. I haven't even contemplated much, and I should say much, what will happen if I don't make it. I thought about, you know, just briefly, if I don't do this, what have I lost? And it just never sort of stayed long enough to become a reality in my thoughts. It's always been, what happens when I succeed? But if something does happen and I don't make it, I think it's going to be more crushing than I realized, because I've really sort of committed myself to stay in there for as long as I can, or for the duration at least, and I can't fail. I don't want to fail, and I can't, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to stay in there. If you ask me really right now, I don't want to do this. If there's a way to back out without letting down so many people with me at the top of the list, I would do it, but in all honesty, but I got to go through with it, so I'm going to.
Eric said at this point, if he could back out right now without letting anyone down, he would.
Oh, really?
How do you feel about that?
No, I wouldn't.
That's interesting.
That's really interesting. I thought he was really gung-ho about this, like totally into it.
Yeah, he made you make a pact or whatever that you.
Yeah, I was thinking
Hold
about
on
that too.
Don't go.
I had a few moments of sort of questioning him on Wednesday when we were meeting. He said a couple of things that, like, he made us make this pact together that, like, you know, no matter what, I'm not going to let you out, and I want you to do the same for me. And I was like, okay, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of upsetting. I think we've dated for 4 years, and I think you went to Winnipeg for a few days or something, so we usually haven't slept apart other than those few days, so this will be kind of weird. Especially when one of us is in a cage.
And usually I think it's like, oh, it's only a couple days, you know, it's not going to be a big deal. And then when it gets down to the moment, I get kind of all freaked out. I'm like, you know.
One of the things he told me is that he thought you both could handle the stress. Do you think that's true?
Yeah, I guess so.
Whoa, we're right in the middle of an interview here.
Yeah, I can handle the stress.
They have to go to the bathroom in the cage. They have a little place over there for to go to the bathroom, and they have to eat a little sort of a mash and water that comes out of a tube over there. So how long do you think you could stay in that cage?
1 day, 0.
0?
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Pretty tasty.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah, good. That's perfect.
Good.
Thank you.
Your pulse is a little fast right now. Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous.
Okay. Then what are you most nervous about?
I think just all the people that are around, and I'm going to be split up from my boyfriend pretty soon.
But he can visit you.
Yeah, I know, but it's not the same as
Him
we
being-
do everything together.
Okay. Okay, so separation is an issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just taking a whiz there one last time.
Howdy. So, this is my what you guys wanted to do. There's just one thing, if I could, because my girlfriend will kill me, if I can just ask, if I can just get the shirt on before you start running again, and if anyone's filming this for the TV, it's because she gave me 2 really large hickeys. And I really... No, it's not. No, you can't. Turn your back to the camera. Good plan, because I didn't even know she'd done it either. I'm like all pissed off at her. What are you doing here to me? So, there'll be a front or back to them here. How do I look? You think I'll make what's his name's 10 most fashionably dressed look this year, or probably not.
This is attractive.
How are you doing? Do you feel fine?
Yeah, I'm feeling okay.
Okay.
Busy here.
Okay. Here are the two checks, and hopefully, now that I've come to know and love Pam and Eric, I am actually hoping to get these checks. But I will be hanging them on the wall for inspiration. They will be there for you for the week. So, are you ready to go in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did the check the watch thing again.
5 o'clock?
Is it 5 o'clock?
Yeah. Sorry.
So the hens and everything. Gotta be in too. Oh, we'd invite you in, folks, for coffee, but we don't got coffee, we don't got room, so.
And the next highlight of this event will be the feeding at 6.
What happens if we lean against this and it accidentally pops over?
Just don't lean against it. You'll lead this moment.
Eric? Eric?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Get it out.
I'd like to assure you.
If I hunch a lot,
We didn't want to stick our heads out.
I think you can put your head out, stand up, and get your back straight. Yeah, head out there, Pam.
really,
You think?
I don't think I like doing that.
What, sticking the head out?
Yeah.
No, I think we should stay in the cage because we should get a couple shots in so that they can just see what the crazy people look like. Yeah, I'm real brave and we'll try this. And it's warm too. That's a nasty touch. Thank you, Bob. It's not bad. No, it's not so bad. No. I'll just, it's good, but,
This is a highlighting stage to really be making work.
last night.
So cold last night. I don't know what happened. It felt like it was 10 degrees.
So in the last 16 hours then that you've been in the cage, you're saying your biggest problem is cold. Okay.
We should be in better spirits though than we are. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the first day. If we're sitting there, I'm so cold, I just want to go home.
Yeah, but you're not doing that.
You know, but
No.
if we're on our way practically here, I
think-
mean, we're kind of like mellow. We should be a little happy. I mean,
Yeah.
well, we didn't really sleep. But anyway, my point is that if that's where we are, like after 16 hours, after 48 hours, we might not be very happy either. So we should try.
You want to change that.
Yeah, I want to try and be a little bit chipper. I have plenty of time for being bitter and having a reason to be bitter because it's been 3 days or 4 days. So after the not even first day, I think I still have obligation to be a little bit chipper.
No. I mean, it's kind of hard to twist what you're going to say. We're going to put you on air, we're going to mic you, and we're going to have an interview with you. Okay, well, could you tell me why you don't want anything to do with us? Okay, well, I could write up a letter. I could get my producer, Rob, to write up a letter and say exactly how you will feature in the documentary. I mean, obviously, okay, that's fine, but I mean, you not being in the documentary is going to say more than you being in the documentary. I mean, surely that's obvious. Like, I don't understand why you don't want to part if you think chickens are treated well in Canada. Okay. Doesn't want anything to do with us.
guys. Spring water. So, 4 liters.
That's
Nice.
4 liters?
You'll know how much you drink.
The fact that they're not really chopping their vegetables anymore, they just toss them in there.
So why are you guys not eating donuts?
Because I feel kind of bad eating in front of them.
Sorry?
Yeah, I feel bad eating in front of them. Yeah,
I don't really want to be rude, so.
Hi, good morning, George. Don't say it.
And as far as strangers that come in, they're human, look and gawk and walk.
Yeah, that's just, it's really interesting socially because that just doesn't happen outside. It's only because we're in a cage that people feel free to be.
How are you getting on now?
We're getting on okay. We haven't had a lot of time to be on each other's nerves because we've been overwhelmed by visitors and media, and I think once that all dies down and we have a chance to be alone, we'll probably end up annoying each other somewhat. So.
After 24 hours, how's she looking?
She's looking great. She hasn't grown any feathers yet. She hasn't started to molt yet.
Anything at work there, Eric? She's starting to look particularly attractive as far as a human chook goes.
Well, fortunately, we have our respective mates, so they should be showing up in about 15 minutes to make sure that doesn't happen.
Get off the line and give you some time.
Okay.
Put that phone into Pam's hands.
Just one sec.
Hi there.
Hi, Pam.
Hi.
Tell us the truth.
The truth? About what?
The truth. We want the truth about Eric.
Eric is fine. I'm fine. We're doing great in here.
Do you have much in common?
We haven't had a lot of chance to talk yet. We've been surrounded by people most of the time, but I think once we get into the weekdays, we'll have a little bit more.
Is Eric a bit of a Mel Gibson lookalike?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, quite similar to Mel Gibson.
Crikey, there's a start. Could you tell Eric, is that after 20?
Wow, Australia called. I don't believe that. That's more bizarre than being in this cage, I think. That's...
That I can't comprehend this worldwide stuff now. I mean, national was hard enough.
I didn't come to the opening last night. I'm actually a police reporter and I was doing police things. But the reporter came back and was pretty excited about what was going on here, I guess. I mean, all the cameras, all the attention, it was really, everyone's really buying into that.
What do you think about the media attention to this?
As usual, doing a half-assed job on it. So, hey, we're half-assed kind of people. Wait for the magazines and books, and then boom, you'll get a fuller picture.
Who are you? Jojo Savar of the Psychic Alliance? They're not barnyarders, for Christ's sake, not human beings. Get real!
Project came from a similar one in England a few years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Chickens from Quebec. Gonna eat chicken after?
Oh, for sure. It's not going to change my.
It's just been overwhelming. I mean, it's been very odd the first Saturday when I walked down at 4 o'clock and just saw how many camera crews there were down here. It was very strange. I think the media has been particularly attracted to it because you do have a character like Eric in the cage, and he's so media friendly and he's so what they want that they're loving it. I think if you hadn't got Eric, it would be a different story, a slightly different story.
Can you describe, what is a night like? What do you do? How do you get through it?
The nights are pretty long. They're longer than I thought they would be. I thought I would be able to just sleep through. You wake up, 8 or 10 hours would be gone. but actually you wake up every hour or two because of the cold or because of your position. You get all cramped up, so you have to switch sides, or I had to get up a few times and move around a little bit to get my blood flowing. So it doesn't move as fast as I thought it would, but...
Last night it happened 3 times. I slept, and I could have sworn I was dreaming. I could have sworn I was all comfortable, and I'd been at least out for at least 4 hours, and I opened one eye, opened the other eye, and I think I've been asleep for 3 or 4 hours, and it's been 20 minutes.
And I'll wake up, and my whole body is shaking, like in my sleep like this, because I'm so cold. It kind of freaks me out. I'll get up and...
So what physically? How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling mentally?
Physically, well, you know, I'm sore. My back is sore, my hips are sore. My knees are getting really sort of achy, being bent all the time.
This toilet paper is for what?
Warmth. And, well, I put it on my arms also. I wrap my arms. I came out like a football player last night for warmth. And then I had these little ones that I put on my hips, but they didn't really work. Oh, I also have my torso wrapped. I was getting desperate.
Assuming people care about animals based on whether the animal can feel pain and suffer, on whether it's sentient, then using that criterion, then people, just from a logical standpoint, should care about hens because they may not be a particularly sexy animal in our eyes. They may not have the IQ of a dolphin or a monkey or a dog or a cat, but they're every bit as sentient as all these other animals that we care about. And in fact, in some ways, their diminished intellectual capacities may cause them to suffer more because they can't really understand as well what's happening to them. They're more prone to just living a life of terror, more so than some other animals might be.
That doesn't have anything to do with you coming at night.
Yeah.
And did you just say it wasn't your interview? Yeah, you said that you don't want to talk. I want to do a piece on the whole experience.
Come on, and you're sleeping here for 3 hours, going to make some kind of going to make that different for you somehow?
I didn't take 3 hours.
Whatever. Who cares? Whatever. The answer is no. Leave. That's it.
Yeah, thanks for being so rude. Yeah, thank you for being so rude about it too.
I mean, something weird has been happening in the media, and I think that represents it, that Eric, because he's been talking a lot, you know, the reporters are starting to gravitate towards him.
Yeah, they're trying to make me look like the crabby, sullen one that's, you know, been stuck in the cage, and now she's getting all cranky and ornery because she's been all cooped up. And that's not the reason that I haven't been talking to them. And I'm not cranky. I'm just cranky with them because they're pushy and they don't respect my privacy at all. So why should I respect what they want? You know, they're just trying to get a story out of me, sensation. So.
Pam's obviously very introverted, and Eric is just the biggest extrovert I've ever met. He loves it. There's moments in the cage where there isn't media and there isn't anybody around, and he becomes withdrawn. It's like he's having withdrawal symptoms from not having anybody there. And Pam, I think, is more like most people, that she's just fed up with it.
If the attention is coming for something that I'm doing that people are saying, that's odd, but I like it, or that's odd and I don't like it, and they want to hear about it, then sure, I want to hear every article and I want to see every piece of footage that was filmed for the news. But nothing embarrasses me anymore. After sitting in my long johns here in the chicken cage eating mashed potatoes and vegetables, I'm not embarrassed to do anything they want. I mean, Rhonda was right when she did say, now it's sort of the media owns us, unfortunately. You have no idea how much global coverage this has gotten, and it's all missed the point. It's gotten out to Australia, France, England, New Mexico.
I heard from Rhonda. I talked to her.
David Letterman wanted to bring us on the show. It's tentative. It's very tentative.
David Letterman?
See, I know you because you're impressed by all this media attention, but for us it's become a real drag. For Pam it has. I'm just doing...
How is she doing?
Listen, I love it only because it helps to pass the time.
What?
I love the attention only because it helps to pass the time.
Drive on it.
Oh, there you go. Just reinforce what Pam said.
Michael, can you shut up for 5 seconds?
He's yelling at the baby.
What?
Anyways, now I'll let you go take care of the nephew, okay? It's okay, I'll see you in like I'll talk to you in less than 3 days.
Okay.
No problem.
What?
No problem.
Okay.
Talk to you later. Wish me luck.
Okay.
Stay away from chickens for the next 3 days.
Yeah,
Remember your brother.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
It's your long lost hatchling.
You're allowed to call from there?
Yeah, I'm calling from inside the cage.
You are?
Yeah. Is it okay if they record you?
Sure.
Yeah. So what do you think about me doing this? Do you think I'm crazy or what?
Well, I was thinking about that today,
Uh-huh.
and somebody had to ask me. Personally, I think the whole idea is dumb. I don't think it's proving anything. But for you, it may be a challenge to see if you can do something like that.
Yeah.
And it certainly
You don't think that it's sort of raising awareness or making people more conscious of what's going on these farms?
Well, I really don't think
Or do you think the
chickens
point
are that hard done by.
I think that the average person cares a whole lot about their dog and their cat, but they view farm animals as something different. And in fact, I don't think they think about farm animals at all, because the vast majority of the public in Canada now lives in urban centers, and their only relationship to animals is their dog or cat, so that when we think about meat specifically, they think that meat comes from their supermarket. They go there to pick up their carton of eggs or milk or piece of meat for dinner that night. They don't think about the fact that that was an animal just a few days before.
So you've become a vegetarian? Or?
Well, yeah. Past 2 weeks, I haven't been eating meat. And anybody can tell you, I love chicken. I love the taste of chicken meat, and I haven't been able to eat it. And whether this will carry on after the project, I don't know. But just hearing the facts of what goes on is pretty horrific. And no, I couldn't eat meat.
Hello, this is Ross and Dean calling from Australia. I just want to know how you're doing. Have you fallen in love with Pam yet?
Oh.
And Rhonda was sitting right here. And I go, well, I've fallen in, friendship with her. I've fallen in respect for her and stuff, but I've fallen more in love with my girlfriend. Tried to recover, but she still didn't like it. She was like, why didn't you say, what's the relevance of the question? Because I'm saying you can't really do that. Because on the other side of the world, that's what they want to know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Well, they want to know that too.
I want to feel human again. That's what I'll tell them. What do you want to do when you get out of here? I want to feel human again.
Everything's great. Again, who's Blue? I'm a little concerned about Pam's pulse, but she knows that, and she was able to lower it yesterday. And I mean, Eric's vital signs are better than when he went in, and he said that he feels better.
So you got 4.5 hours left. How you doing? You're looking a little tired.
I am tired, for sure. It drains a lot out of you because you're just plain and simple not used to, it changes your lifestyle, therefore you're making a physical adjustment. And also I know Pam really didn't want to feel, she's sleepy. She didn't really want to feel a lot of the media questions because she was really getting sick, and since I'm naturally just talking to everyone, I took up the slack. So I just felt weaker and weaker at the end of every day taking the questions and stuff. Now I'm sort of just beat, and I'm sort of getting prepared for it. I know what's coming in a couple hours, and it's bad.
So what do you feel about this accomplishment?
I tried to do so many big things that sort of, for me anyways, they're silly to other people, but for me they're accomplishments. And yeah, I've done a lot of things in the name of protest, and I've done a lot of things in the name of self-satisfaction. I've done a lot of things in the name of silliness. But all together as a whole, the scope of this in my mind, since, to be honest, in my whole life, I've rarely accomplished things I set out to do. This is it.
Good, excited, ready to go. Freaked out. All those things.
11 minutes.
11 minutes.
Wow.
Take away the ability to speak. I'm an animal in the cage last week. So on that level, it was really hard for me to admit it. But yeah, I got more than the money from this. That's for sure.
Oh man. Here's a check, $2,500.
Wow.
The check.
Good going. Well done.
Do you have any statements to make?
We did it. That's it. Until I get cleaned up.
Go get closer to your friend. That's it. Okay, guys. Here you go.
One statement, just one.
We did it. That's it.
What do you think of this attention? This many cameras, this many microphones?
It's too much.
Crazy.
Really, we gotta go. I'll be like right up. I want to go feel human again. So we'll be like that. And where's my coffee, Chris? I thought I ordered one. Thanks, Rob, by the way. Thanks a lot. It was
Well done.
more than my intent. Yeah, for sure. Oh, man.
Already my bum is starting to feel like a tight now.
So to me, it was to get the consumer responsible for what they're buying. And there are alternative methods to raise battery hens, to raise all the animals for the food industry. And I'm hoping that this conditions will improve for those animals.
You'll be back in a few minutes?
Possibly. I mean, we couldn't have moved if we wanted to. It was just completely blocked off. Oh my God, it was so weird.
Did you feel you got used to the press now after?
No, I haven't gotten used to them. I mean, I'm more used to them than I was, at the beginning of the week. But I'm not used to them, and I'm not comfortable with them at all. I don't know if I ever will be. I'm just not that kind of person. I know Eric. We're just completely opposite people. It was very interesting being in there for a week with him. I mean, you would think that I would have become really annoyed and really tense in a cage with someone so different from me, but actually I found it quite entertaining and really interesting psychologically just to watch his change from the beginning of the week to the end of the week.
What was that change?
He talked non-stop, just the whole 168 hours practically. Like even in his sleep, he'd be mumbling around sometimes. And he just went from one extreme in opinions to the
complete opposite.
Would you do it again?
For me to do something like this again, it would have to top this, and nothing could top this as being worse for me. So,
Are you going to keep in touch with Pam?
I would like to. I think maybe I want to, you know, go out for dinner with her, away from anything chickeny. Because I don't know if you can really call it friends. We were thrown together in a situation where we were forced to get along. So at the very least, she will always be a part of my life, no matter what I do or where I go. But as far as good friends like I have back home, or good friends like I found being here in Ottawa 2 months, I don't know. Time will tell if it'll come to that. I know I've learned a lot about her, and we were very different people.
I just kind of laughed, and I thought it was like ridiculous, you know, I just thought it was funny. And then after that, I was really hurt that he would like turn around and sort of stab me in the back like that after we, you know, had spent a week together and kind of relied on each other and helped each other out that whole week.
The media is a big dog, and when you pat it the right way, it'll bite whoever you tell it to sick.
He's got some problems, you know, he's got some things he's got to work through, and I don't think someone's got to put their foot down sometime, and I just feel like I should do something to let him know, like, you can't do this kind of thing to people and just get away with it. Like, it's wrong. Hi.
Hi, howdy.
Is there anything you want to say to me?
In what respect?
Like an apology, maybe?
For what?
For what? For telling lies in the paper while I was away.
I didn't tell why. I just told people the way I saw it, the way I saw things were happening. I had heard one time Wyatt give Pam a kiss. I heard a crunch, and I smelled mint. That's it. Now, maybe I was in the delirious stage, but I highly doubt it, because it wasn't like we were like dying from heat in a POW camp.
It's not even funny.
So.
You're so full of shit. You know what? I think you need to get some therapy, because you've got some issues you've got to deal with.
Okay, that's...
Like, this is just not normal behavior at all.
That's how you may feel. Somebody asked me a question, I told them what I felt.
Well, I don't know. Like, I didn't see the article, but I had a lot of people tell me what it said, that you blatantly accused me of cheating, Wyatt was giving me Tylenol and candies, and that we despised each other, and you called me something like the chicken princess or something, I don't know what. And it's your responsibility to go back and retract it.
If there was something to retract. It's like I keep saying.
And I'm telling you that it's lies. You know, I wasn't around to ask before. I'm here now. I'm telling you it's a lie.
Well, if you are so interested in getting this cleared up, that's why I'm saying I think you should go back and clear it up. Personally, I'm sticking by what I saw. You can tell me all you like. I know what I saw. I know what I saw. I know what I heard. I know what I smelled.
Okay.
Heard a crunch. Smelled mint. As simple as that. Search TikTok, I don't know what it was.
If anybody was slipping anybody anything, it was you and your girlfriend
I'll admit one
chewing
thing.
on each other's lips for
I'll admit one thing, because I'm already so upset about this. You know something? It wasn't accidental. It was purposely. And I'll tell you why it was purposely. Because I was sitting there for the same amount of time as you, biting my nails, biting my lips, saying, God, I want to get through this. I can have Rhonda slip me a candy, but no, I just can't do it. What is it? 150 hours, 16 more to go. Damn it. And then before that, I'd seen you get the candy, and I'm like, so pissed off that we had to stay in the same amount of time, the same amount of place. You got to cheat. I didn't, because I was doing this for my personal self. And I thought, you know something? Damn it. I didn't cheat. She did. We both got the checks. We both got the satisfaction. I'm going to tell them what really happened.
I just told you that I didn't cheat.
Well, then we have a problem here, because the loop ain't going back around now, is it?
Well, at the beginning when I first got here, you said you thought that I cheated. Now it's like you cheated. So what's the story? You know, which one are you going to stick by? You got to pick one.
I'm going to stick by what I originally said. People asked me the question. I told them what I originally saw, and that's it. Okay, if you're going to accuse me of a liar, being a liar, I can still accuse you of being a cheater. If we just say, I'll use a Pam phrase, let's just agree to disagree. Well, that's all we can do.
If you want to feel good about yourself and do the right thing, you should go to them. I don't care that much anymore.
I feel great. I'm having lunch with Ron Corbett of the Ottawa Sun on the weekend. I had tentatively a coffee break set up with Earl McRae. I never went to it though. He called me back and he had it reset. I feel great about myself. Me and the media all together.
Yeah.
chance I could get my own column. But that's apart from it. I feel fine about what happened. People ask me, people out of the media, just friends back in Toronto and stuff. So I heard this and this and this. I tell them, we talk, we laugh. I don't have a guilty conscience in my bone because I know that I went through the whole 168 hours cleanly.
You know, I just want you to know that I think you're really pathetic, that you'd have to stoop that low to get more attention. You know, it's really sad. I mean, this is like totally pointless because I'm dealing with some sort of a psychopath or something.